probably tell by the title of this video, we are finally diving into the world of Pokemon Sun and Moons. Finally, right? I know. We are kicking off this little mini-series with the cutest little fire cat ever, Litten! Let's jump into it, starting with contacts. I'm going to go with these big black circle lenses, but you got tons of options here. The most accurate if you were doing a Litten cosplay would probably be this kind of yellow cat eye lens, but I will warn you, most costume contacts constantly rotate around in your eyes when you blink, so if there's a design on them, like the cat eye or like this fire design, that cool design will probably turn sideways before too long, which is probably not the look you're going for. Cool for photos, not very cool IRL. This fire design is better in my opinion because it goes all the way around and you can't like tell if it's upside down, you know? Or you could just stick with solid colors, red, yellow, gray, or black, like I'm wearing. There is no wrong choice. Okay, let's finally do some makeup, shall we? I am starting by getting my face all super hydrated with Tarte's Drink of H2O Hydrating Gel stuff. And then it's on to foundation. I used L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation and NYX's HD Concealer to get my face all ready to go. This wouldn't be a Litten look without its little signature pattern on your forehead. You could just draw one on with a little bit of orange body paint, but I wanted to give you guys a little something extra today, so we're going to be making a super easy and quick DIY face appliance using these materials here. To make it, I just start by folding over a few sheets of toilet paper until it's about the thickness that I want it to be, and then I sketch the design and cut it out. Because this appliance will go on my forehead, which is a relatively flat area, I can create this piece on wax paper and then transfer it to my head later. So to start off, I'm just going to put down a layer of liquid latex with a disposable sponge, and then dropping in one sheet of my little Litten forehead-shaped toilet paper, and then adding a generous layer of liquid latex over top of that. Repeat and repeat until it's as thick as you want it to be. If you are making an appliance that you want to blend seamlessly into your skin, definitely pay special attention to keeping your edges super thin. It'll make application way easier. But for the style of this particular piece, I want the edges thick and elevated. So after the latex is completely dried, I powder it, peel it off the wax paper, and cut off all of the excess latex around the shape to get thick, clean edges. To apply the piece, I just put some spirit gum on the back side of it, wait for the spirit gum to get tacky, and then using my nose as a guide for where to put it, I stick it to my head. Just follow your face. You can totally eyeball this, by the way. That's close enough. So, my brows. My super straight brows are inspired by the straight, sharp shape of Litten's eyeballs. I sketch them out and start filling them in with NYX's Micro Brow Pencil in black. Of course, if you want to, you can definitely block out the tail of your eyebrow that's like hanging down a little bit if you have really dark brows or if it bothers you. Mine are lightish enough and don't really bother me at all, so I'm just gonna leave them. But I do block my brows in a few of my other tutorials, so I'll link those videos if you want some tips on how to do that. Now using Sigma's gel liner, we are going to define and darken up these bad boys. I start on the outside of my brows and work my way in, all with just one dip of product on my brush. So by the time that I get to the inside of my brow, there's very little product left on my brush, and the result is that it gets gradually lighter. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using mostly the Covershot palette in bold, but I'm actually going to grab this shade from the Covershot palette in Ablaze because it's a warmer neutral than the highlight color in the bold palette. So after I lay that all over my lid as a base, it's time to start adding those brights. I start with yellow on my inner corners and work my way through orange and into red. I drag the red shadow way out to create a big red wing that comes out pretty far from the eye. And then to define the wing and make it all sharp and clean, I put some concealer on a small brush and carve out the shape of that wing. So satisfying. Yes. So now on top of that, I will add some eyeliner, a big giant wing, like giant, massive. Then I add a little inner point, which is basically like a reversed wing. Like I'll bring it down and in instead of up and out. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then for my lower lid shadows, I'm going to be using the same colors as before, but in the opposite direction. So instead of yellow, orange, red, now we are doing red, orange, yellow. I add some black eyeliner along my waterline, and I also smudge it out down onto my lowered lid. The way that I work with the jumbo eye pencil is almost always with my fingers. I think the formula plus finger work really well together. Mascara and lashes, of course. Okay, now we are going to jump over to the cheeks for a second. I know I'm going to be wearing a short wig, and one thing that helps short hair look more flattering on your head is defining and sharpening up those facial features. So I'm just really going to jump in there with bronzer, shape up those cheekbones, contour up around my temples, forehead, and jawline. Pretty much just contour everything. Contour it all. And then I'm also going to add in a warm highlight since fire and stuff. I'm using Benefit's Sunbeam Highlight for this. It's a liquid, so I paint it right onto my skin and then just tap it to blend it in with my finger. Time for the lips, which I think is probably my favorite part of this whole look. I'm going for a glam punk boy style kind of thing. So I'm starting with a warm nude shade for my lips and then adding a bright orange color to just the center. This style is perfect to tie in the ultra trendy faux lip ring thing that's been making the rounds for a while now. I'm going to be using two of Smashbox's Be Legendary Metallics. I start with Haterade, which is kind of the coppery one, and then to add some depth and realism, I add a thinner highlight of the even brighter reflective color Petal Metal to catch the light shining off of our faux lip ring. To tie the colors of this faux lip ring into the eye look, I'm adding a metallic highlight detail along my eyeliner. This is NYX's Lip of the Day in Gem, which is a pretty dang close color match to Smashbox's Petal Metal. I use it to add a line under my wing and following along the inner corner points. Then after bringing these metallics in, I got really pumped on the glam side and decided some gold bedazzles could look really cool with it. So, in true Alexa form, I used a spirit gum to stick some gold jewels to my face, as I do, all the time. So, you probably thought that I forgot about that forehead piece that's been stuck to my head this whole entire time. I haven't. It's finally time to paint it now. So, using Krylon's aqua paints, I base it out with orange and then add yellow to the middle. You could definitely add some more highlighting and shading to this if you want, but I decided to follow more closely to the Pokemon art style here, keeping it just these two colors. To bring it together with the rest of the look and to add a little bit of Alexa flair, I add some bedazzles down the center of the forehead piece to finish off the makeup. And all we have left now is our little fire wig. This is the Sassy Short collection from Rockstar Wigs in Screaming Crimson, which is the perfect color combo for any fire look or cosplay. They have it in different lengths too, like the Triflet collection that I wore in my Charmander tutorial way back in the day. So if you don't like short hair on yourself, you've got some other options out there too when it comes to fire hair. Topping it off with a custom hat featuring the Fire Z Crystal Firium? Dunno? Never learned how to say that. And a Pokeball, of course, paired with my Litten tee from Living Dead Clothing. Or if it's cold, you could always bust out an adorable little Litten scarf like this one from Pixelated. He's so cute. And we've got ourselves a pretty solid Litten casual cosplay or, just a Litten inspired look. And I am obsessed. Instant attitude coming from dressing like Litten. I love it. And that's it, you guys. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys had fun today. This one was so much fun to make. Give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you guys want to see more looks inspired by the other starters in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to see some additional content that will be coming based on this Litten look. We've got a nail tutorial on the way, and maybe I'll also upload a speed paint. Do you guys want to see that? I don't know. Just subscribe anyway. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I love you. Bye!
I like this dance. Okay, get it. Hey! Have you ever pressed rabbits before?
This is so cool. Stop making funny. Something cool, cat.
Meow.
Meow.
Okay, we are...